Okay, folks, special announcement. The Trolls and I are making a last-minute change. Our scheduled guest, we're not able to hook up here this evening, so we have a special guest who is joining us this evening. Tawra Kellam, can't talk. Tawra Kellam, living on a dime, is going to join us tonight. So would love to have everybody here. Tell your friends, family, enemies, anybody you can think of. So living on a dime, just Tawra is going to be our guest this evening. So we'll see you here in little over an hour. We'll have Tawra on, and we'll have a really exciting hour. So in the meantime, check out I'm not sure what Sutton's Days, I think, has got a live stream that starts right now for an hour. We'll be back 9 o'clock Eastern time with Living on a Dime. We'll see you then. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
We're live. I gotcha. Guess who we have on tonight? Talk about putting a show together by the seat of your pants. This was a quick one. So, we need to get her to turn her sound off.
Yeah, Tawra, your sound is coming back through.
So, there we go. Yes, coffee time. These are my trolls. We have Mama and Papa and then Baby down there with the pink hair. Not sure where the pink hair came from. Could have been the milkman. I don't know. We got her? Bring her out? Let her loose?
Let her loose.
Let her loose. Okay, here, folks.
There we go.
Get those questions asked.
Tawra, you are live.
Hello. Is my sound repeating? Do I need my headphones? My earbuds?
We can hear you fine. Now,
okay.
If they can, that's another story. Is it sounding okay? Hey, Dawn, give us a thumbs up if it's sounding okay out there. Yeah, thank you, B, because I even forgot to do mine today. Usually that's one of the first things I do is make live chat.
Yeah, everything
sounds okay.
Everything was thrown together very, very quickly here tonight. But we've done this before with Tawra, so
yes. That's why she was still on her live.
You know what's funny is I think it was almost a year ago we did this.
Yeah. She was still doing her live stream tonight, and I put a question, do you want to do a live stream tonight? I put her on the
Sure,
spot.
why not? You guys know me. I prepare about 3 minutes ahead of time.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So
that's funny.
So all kinds of things happening in Colorado.
Well, I don't know if you would say that or not.
Not much, just rain.
Okay, let's try this now. Yeah, so you guys probably heard our big announcement. We decided to stop looking for a house. The problem is Colorado's just too expensive, but we've been looking all over the country and we just can't find any, and school's about to start, so we thought, well, we're going to go ahead and stop for now and see if we can find something next year.
Yeah. We always have that $1 million place up the road from us. It's still there, too.
Your $1 million? Is it really?
It's $1 million. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's funny.
And it's going to be there for a while for that price. Yeah. We know the guy's son and daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law is my brother's stepdaughter. That's Stacy's dad. Stacy's father-in-law that owns that place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, see, you know what they say, buy the cheapest house in the richest neighborhood, so there you go.
Right. Yeah. Me lady says, living on a dime, finding homes and properties is my specialty.
I need you, B Lady. I'm telling you, I have been signed up on Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com for, 2 years now? Mm-hmm. And we've just been looking and looking and looking. And even we're up to what I consider a ridiculous amount of money. We're up to $500,000. But you have to realize that it's not just our house we're looking for. We need someplace for our business. Mm-hmm. And so we're having to look at different, not just your average house. We need at least a little bit of land where we can put a house for mom, and then a house for a studio, or a barn that we can turn into something like that. And so that's where we're running into the problem of finding something. So
and then a cabin for your caretakers of your property.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Which is going to be you guys when you visit, right?
Visit? No, we're taking care of the property. We'll be there. Daryl, me, and Smudge.
You're not hired help. You're friends. You don't work when you come to visit. Oh. I know, the Taj Mahal. I'm telling you, we could find that B Lady for that price. We almost have our house paid off, and because we are in Colorado and the prices have gone through the roof, we've almost doubled our money on the house that we purchased here. So that's great if we can sell it and buy something else. Yeah. But to sell it here and buy something in Colorado, I'm already up to $750,000, $800,000. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm just too cheap to spend that much money. Not to mention, we don't want to, I don't want to get another mortgage that's ridiculously expensive. So,
Tawra,
Tawra,
I think this one question here was directed to you from Coffee Time. How was Jack's VBS? And I'm not
Vacation Bible School.
Vacation Bible School.
Oh, he's not back yet. So they just started 30 minutes ago. Mike took him over there so I could do this show. So I'm not sure. We'll see. He's all excited. He loves going. He loves singing the songs and everything. So him and Mike. They are my extroverts. The rest of us are introverts. So it's kind of funny. So Jack loves these kinds of things. He loves school. He doesn't want to be homeschooled, and he loves going to school. And so he's my little extrovert. So he loves those kind of things.
It's cool.
So
yeah, Breakaway Homesteader says we need to sell now. Yeah, we really need to sell now, but the problem is we can't find anything that will work. And part of our problem is because I am chronically ill. Because I'm chronically ill. Oh my goodness, my other cell phone is ringing now. It's like Grand Central Station around here.
Isn't that always the way?
Guys. Oh man, because I'm chronically ill, I'm having problems with like the heat and humidity. In some, like we've really looked in Ohio and Pennsylvania and that kind of thing, but I think we're going to probably have to stay towards Montana and Wyoming maybe, because I can't handle the heat and humidity. So we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, we were camping this weekend. Now understand, we've only had this camper for 2 weeks, and this is the first time we've been camping in it this past weekend. Daryl looks at me, and I think it was maybe Saturday morning or something. He goes, "So, you ready to sell the house and do this full time?" I've been in 12 hours?
See, you and Mike are like Sharon. I think Daryl and I are like, I'm like, I could travel every day and I wouldn't care. And Mike is like, okay, we have not traveled as much as we have this year ever. And we went with you guys to Mississippi, and then we went to a soap conference, and then we went to go help my brother move, and then we went, then I went to Michigan, and Mike's like, I'm staying put, and I'm like, let's sell our house and get an RV. He doesn't want to. He's a fuddy-duddy.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, we'd have to get something a little bit bigger, but for us to start with, this was price was right, and the grandgirls each have their own bunk bed, and we have a queen size bed, and it's all good.
Yeah.
There you go.
And for those of you wondering, we bought a 32-foot tag-along travel trailer that has a pop out. So it's pretty nice for what it is.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is.
Well, that's the way we've been watching our friends out of Goshen.
Yeah.
And oh man, I'm so jealous. But they just bought a house. Well, they just made an offer on a house that was about not even an hour probably away from where I lived. So we were really hoping we would maybe move up there because we were like, we would know somebody, and we already had our viewer Penny that was a little bit south, and we were like, man, that would be great. But yeah, it didn't quite work out, so that's all right. But Mike just doesn't want to go for the travel trailer. I don't know why.
But actually, they looked at a number of nice properties, I thought.
Out of Goshen?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they looked at some good ones. I will have to say though, they were having a problem because the houses were kind of dark and dated and that kind of thing, and that was the problem I was having with a lot of the houses too. Just in general, like any sort of houses, because we don't mind, remodeling or fixing up, but if a house isn't bright, I want a bright house with an open concept, and we need a ranch. It's really hard to find that. It's crazy how hard it is to find that. So that's part of what the problem was.
But one of their other criteria was quite a bit of property.
Yeah. Yeah. They want a lot of property. I think they wanted like 10 acres, they said, minimum. And this place that they got was, I think, 23 or something. We didn't necessarily want that much. We only want, we'll take an acre or two is fine, just as long as we can, get all our outbuildings that we need for the business. But yeah, I think a house of campers. There you go, guys. Maybe what we need to do is just buy some land and then just have all of you guys come, and we'll just have our own little community in and out.
Haven't I said that to you before? I mean,
I'm telling you,
I told you about the campground. Okay, so I told you a few days late.
See, the problem is, we could have you guys and Alderman Farms and Big Family and Deep South and everybody come up, but we'd have to do everything in the winter because everybody has all their gardens in the summer.
Oh, thank you, Going Batty. That's so nice of you.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Breakaway Homesteader said, make a homesteading campground. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, we had actually looked at buying a campground last year, and then we came to our senses. And we were like, are we going to actually be able to take care of all of this? So, but I think it would be great. I found a campground, and I have a really good idea for it. But, Mike's like, oh, no, another idea.
He sees those wheels spinning.
He does. They never stop. It's like with my new soap store that I'm working on right now, because I'm going to start selling soap supplies to go with my soap making videos. And then I came up with another video kind of avenue, and I'm like, oh man, do I start another YouTube channel? That would be 3 YouTube channels. Oh, Tara, you got to stop.
Well,
drive-in movie theaters. What Breakaway wants. That would be cool.
We're going through so many changes right now. We're getting our website going. We're getting this camper put together. We've not taken the time for videos, because you know as well as anybody, when you video what you're doing, that takes more time. And I don't have enough time now.
1 million acre hunting resort.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sure.
Wow.
Well,
That's
we had
cool.
$1 down, $1 a month. That'll do me.
we had Stacy Lynn Harris on last week. I don't know if you caught any of that or not, Tara, but
I didn't.
But they just recently purchased 1,000 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
1,000 acres of property.
They live on 7.
Yeah.
They already have 300.
I think 300.
Which is up for sale. And then they have 1,000. Well, they have 7 children. So I said, well, that way you can give each of your kids a couple acres and they won't be very far from home.
Well, I guess not, man.
Good.
There you go, I guess. Diana's Craft Table, can you give us a hint of what you're selling in your soap store? So I'm going to be selling...
I would guess soap.
Oh, God. It is so smart.
Actually,
now you know I'm married to him.
Soap on there. Yes, I know. But I'm going to have soap micas is what I'm starting with. And I'm getting all the supplies that I use on my show, like the caps, shower caps that I use to cover my hot process, and then all of my colorants and that kind of thing. So I'm getting all of those on there. But I've got about 150 products loaded, and it has been a booger. Man, I honestly thought it would take me like a month, and I've been working on it 3 months now. So.
And rumor has it she may be selling soap molds there. I don't know.
Soap molds, wooden soap molds. You think?
I know a great soap mold maker that I'm going to feature his soap molds.
Yeah, he does plaques too. Somewhere around here.
So I'm going to have Daryl's soap molds in there, guys, so I can directly link you to them, and it's all right there. Because I tell you, his soap mold is the very best I have ever seen. You make a mean soap mold. It is, it's great. I love it. You do, yep.
Well, it should last you for quite a while.
I think it will. I think it's going to last me until I die because that sucker is put together well. It's really. I have been touting it on my videos because I just love it. It just slides out so beautifully. It doesn't get stuck in nothing. Good.
He was very particular about that, especially that first one that was going to you. But yes, Half Acre Dreams. Daryl makes the wooden soap molds.
Put your link on there, guys.
Like the when Tara makes her soap, puts it in the plastic things. Yeah.
Yep. It works great. So I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited to get it started, but I don't know. I just keep getting ideas in my head, and Mike just keeps shaking his head saying, no! How many minions do you need?
But, well, I hear you.
Does he get a little nervous with your ideas? Is that what happens?
Oh yeah, especially when it's 11:30 at night, and I'm good. And I do this all the time. 11:30 at night, we're laying in bed, and I'm like, oh, you're not gonna believe what I just came up with. He's like, I don't want to know.
as he rolls over and pulls the pillow over his head.
Exactly. So, although some of them are pretty good, I have to admit, even if I do say so myself.
So what started you into the soap making?
So that's a funny story. So when I was in high school, after I graduated, my aunt and uncle and my cousins went to Silver Dollar City in Branson, and they came out for my graduation, and then I went out with them to Branson. Before I was supposed to be, I went to be an exchange student in Sweden, and so before that, I went out to Branson with them, and I saw the soap maker there, and I was like, "Oh, that is so cool!" And I always thought it was really interesting. Well, a couple of years later, I'm back in the United States. I was working in a flower shop, and they did soap making as part of their shop. Except back then, you didn't have stick blenders. Back then, we hand stirred each batch for an hour.
Whoa.
Yeah, we hand stirred each batch for an hour. I would just sit there and stir and stir and stir. But I loved it. I just thought it was the coolest thing. Well, then I had kids, and then they outlawed lye because they were making meth out of it, and you couldn't get lye very easily. Well, a few years ago, the kids were grown up, and I thought, I'd love to make soap. And I just stopped by a hardware store in town just to see if they happened to have lye, and they did. And I made my first batch in 20 years, and I was hooked. And I went berserk. And I have been making soap for the last 2 years, just like crazy. So I've kind of been making soap for 20 years in a sense, but then I really only done it the last 2 years. And I love it. I just like the different colors and the different fragrances and all the different kinds you can make. And I'm a creative person by nature, so I like being able to have something that I can do that's consumable. So I don't have like a bunch of paintings hanging around my house or something, you know? So, yeah, so I don't know. I love it, but it's a hobby that's turning into another business.
Imagine how that happens.
Well, and you come up with all these little extra things that you throw on top for decoration or...
Celia absolutely loved the unicorn. Speaking of these little extra things, she took that out and she looked at me, and Kaylee's looking at her and go, "It's a soap." And the first thing she did was shoved it up to her nose to see if it smelled.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? It smelled like Tutti Frutti.
Yep. And Kaylee's like, "I want one." And I didn't tell Kaylee she gets hers in September.
Yeah, I think you're one of my biggest soap buyers.
You think? They go shopping in my linen closet. That's like when Mike said, "Oh, we have a sale going on." I said, "Oh, great, just what I need to hear. Tara's having another sale."
Well, I told Gina, my soap shipper, I told her to stuff it full for you. So.
She did. It was pretty cool. In fact, Celia took home the little sliver of the charcoal, the acne soap.
Oh yeah.
She's never been bothered, but she's a teenager, so I said, "Go home, use that on your face. You should be good to go." So, Peaceful Inspirations here is asking, where are you getting your products from, and are you buying them wholesale?
Yeah, so I'm just buying them wholesale from just all over the place. I mean, it's just all over creation, literally. And actually, that's been the most time-consuming part, is finding manufacturers and suppliers to do this. And people don't realize how much time. It probably took me 2 months alone just to find a supplier for my colors. And then you have to test them to see if they work and that kind of thing. And so it's a lot. It's a lot of work. But yeah, I'm super excited. Let's see. I saw somebody had a question. Oh shoot, I missed it. Let's see. Oh, B Lady, Daryl's making my molds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's making my wooden molds for me. I'm gonna have Daryl's wooden molds for the people who are they're the big 5-6 pound ones, and then I'm gonna have some small silicone molds for people who don't want to make the big batches. I'm doing the small 2.5 pound silicone molds, and then Daryl's making my big 5 to 6 pound molds. So. And we need to get you making a soap cutter too, Daryl. Everybody asks me about my soap cutter.
Well, I saw that that thing that you had that cuts 18 slices at once, and yeah, that's.
But then my single soap cutter, everybody loves it too.
Yeah, that's quite a piece of machinery there. But it doesn't look that difficult. I mean, they're just using what, guitar strings or something
that's all they're using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought his next thing was a coffin.
Yeah, I was going to custom build coffins.
Oh, you don't remember the conversation that night?
Yes, now I do. I was like, what? Okay, yes, sorry. At the rate I'm going, I may be your first customer.
We'll give you a special deal.
Thanks. I'll let Mike know before I go.
There you go. Go to Daryl the soap mold coffin maker.
Oh, man.
Well, as odd as that sounds, there are... I mean, in woodworking, it's just like with any other hobby. There's a lot of different supplier places, specialty shops, and there are a few of them that have coffin kits where you can just order the parts you want to build your coffin, and
Oh, you can buy them at Costco.
You know, follow their design and.
Can you imagine taking that to UPS? Can you ship this, please?
Oh my goodness! You can seriously buy them at Costco.
Yes.
And kits.
Yeah,
No,
whole thing.
No, it's ready to go.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to go in Costco.
Oh my goodness!
I think you can have them delivered right to the funeral home if you like.
Or your living room, I guess.
Yeah. If you go,
you heard it here, folks.
Here, Mike. Before you go, could you like climb in and save me the?
see if it fits. We need to get a measurement. Oh, see, Country Girl, you can order them at Walmart online and have it delivered.
There you go.
Oh, Lordy.
Seriously? Oh my goodness.
They sell
everything now.
Yeah, they sell everything else. Okay, bee ladies, getting confused. No, they're not.
So bee lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what it is, bee lady, is it's a little rubber ducky unicorn or a finger puppet. I have one that's a finger puppet and one that's a little unicorn that's a rubber ducky. And that's what I set on top of the soap, and then I make bubbles so it looks like they're in a little bathtub on the cupcake. Yeah.
You know, maybe you should make a special limited edition runs where you number each one and charge a little extra.
Those will go on sale next. Those will go on sale next week.
There you go.
Mike's going to be your best buddy, Daryl. I can see it now.
Yeah, my unicorn soaps are going crazy. People love them.
Yeah.
And I just got another different unicorn that I think I'm going to stick with that one, and it's like a little rubber ducky one. It's really cute, so I'm gonna make another batch here pretty soon. But I'm trying to get my soap supply website up first, and so I keep putting it off. I'm like, I gotta get it done. So buy one get one free on the cost.
Yeah, Gene. Family plan.
There you go.
Well, don't you also have a mold to do was it fairies? That little one?
Yeah, you sent me
I thought it was
fairies. You sent me the fairy and the butterfly, and actually I have it sitting right here.
Yeah.
It's on my to-do list next because I want to get it done before summer is over. And actually, maybe I'll do that Wednesday. I might do that Wednesday. So Sherry sent me the cutest little butterfly and fairy molds. And so I'm going to put those on top of some soap as a little, what do you call it? Like a garden type thing.
Well, and I have my mother's candy molds, and I don't use them. So I'm getting them all together. So they're going to someone I know that does soap in Colorado that just might use them.
Oh, thank you.
Just what you need, more molds, right?
There you go. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I've got molds I haven't even used yet, and I got thinking, oh man, I got to get in there and get those tested.
Oh, let me show you some of my fabric.
Oh man, I can just imagine.
Oh yeah, I have totes downstairs in the basement, underneath all of his tool benches, and I haven't even opened them in 6 years since we moved here because I have so much up here already.
Sherry, I know this great YouTube channel that has videos on decluttering when you don't use your stuff. You might check them out. They're called Living on a Dime.
I've heard of that place. Yeah, we could both use them. Yeah,
Tara, my entire YouTube is cluttered.
Yeah, it's not called hoarding. It's called collecting.
All right, let's everybody take a breath here, and we'll get a trivia question brought up.
Ooh, Gene Chambers is redoing Camper from the 70s. Cool. Okay, trivia question now.
Okay, for those of you that might be new here, we do a couple trivia questions every week, and whenever prizes are awarded, we have to have some sort of rules. So we have some very simple rules. You can only win once every 4 weeks. You must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. That chat is embedded in the screen in front of you, so that is the official order of chat. The chat on your computer may be different. If you are the winner, please send us an email with your address. We ask you to do that within 48 hours, and we will send you back in return mail a $2 bill.
No, we're not. Go ahead. I said, no, we're not. Go ahead.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
No. Go ahead with the trivia, and I'll tell you why.
All right.
No, Brenda, it's not a possum tail. And it's not 42.
Okay.
Did we lose her?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You have something covering most of your video, but that's okay. All right. First question is, what year did Tawra's first cookbook go into print?
Oh, that's a hard one. Wow, I don't mention that very often.
No, you don't. Yeah, trying to figure out questions on the fly like we did tonight was crazy.
But I have been talking about it on the show lately because we have a special anniversary coming up soon.
1680.
Thanks, Jim.
Close, but no cigars.
Yep, getting close.
Now you know what I'd be doing.
Yep, you'd just be rolling through
I'd be
them.
getting into the kitchen finding my Brenda.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
Brenda.
Brenda Riffle, 1999.
Brenda, are you in the States or are you overseas? Let me ask that first. And once you answer that, I will explain to you why I'm asking. And it goes quiet.
Yeah, we have a winner. We're just looking for her location because Sherry's got something up her sleeve and I don't know what it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're in Ohio. Buckeye. Well, since you're a Buckeye and I'm a Buckeye, because
Here, let me bring up a different screen.
Because this was a question about Tawra's cookbook, and this was one of the fastest live streams we've ever put together like this. You're going to get a book. You're getting a cookbook.
Yay!
Yay! And it is signed by Tawra. I saw her sign it. Yeah. I stood right there with this whole stack of books. I go, sign them, please.
And now that I have something to copy off of.
So email us at twofamilyhomestead@gmail.com. We need your name and your address. I'll get this in the mail. You get it to me tonight, tomorrow. It'll be in the mail by Wednesday.
Unless you'd rather have a $2 bill.
Yeah, your choice.
Your choice. $2 bill or a Living on a Dime cookbook that's autographed.
That is just so hard to figure out. Biddy Boo.
So I know another trivia question you should do. Do I give away another book to do another trivia question?
Sure, if you want to. Biddy Boo says you're not old enough to have a book from 1999.
All right, Tawra.
Thanks.
Tawra, I don't have you on video for some reason.
We can't see you. You're hiding.
Something's covering.
I wonder why.
Something's covering up your video.
Ooh,
something is covering. I didn't change anything. That's weird.
Hell, listen to him. Go for the book.
I see myself on there. Are you sure you didn't do something? Because I haven't touched my computer. I didn't change anything.
I'm absolutely certain. All right, we'll do this then. Tawra, go to the little dots or the one that has the video camera. Turn it off and turn it back. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Okay, turn it back on.
It's there. We got you.
Yay!
All right, so I'll bring you back onto the screen here.
So did you want to do that now, Tawra? Or do you want to wait till later?
So my book was written in 1999, but what was the original name of the book?
I know.
And I should have them do the full name with subtitle too.
I have it and it's signed.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the chat back over here, even though the question is not correct. Not just beans, Amy T.
Ah, Amy, I knew it. Amy is our faithful viewer.
Yeah, I was going to say, you knew her, Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, Amy T.
All right, Amy, I'll send you a book or something else if you want. Amy's already got my book, so if you want something else, holler and I'll send you one of our ebooks. Amy's our bud. We love Amy.
Miss Bandana.
Is Bandana Grandma in here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure is.
That's funny. Wow, a lot of people knew. I wonder if they knew or if they were just copying other answers, because that's pretty cool if actually all those people knew that.
Good thing, Biddy Boo, if you hate beans.
Yeah, so that was a total marketing bomb. Let me tell you, I have learned a lot about marketing in the last 20 years of doing this, because no one understood what the name was. And the name was supposed to mean you don't have to live on beans to save money on your grocery bill. But nobody got it. And now that I know about marketing, I see why nobody got it. So, yeah. So that's why I don't do cutesy names anymore. And it's all totally explaining what it is. B-Lady, the new 20th anniversary edition of Dining on a Dime. We are trying. Mike has been busting his buns trying to get it done, but we are trying to get it out for sale in November for Christmas this year. We're trying. We're getting closer, but we're adding about 25 new recipes, I think. And we found all the recipe cards from my mom, my grandma, my great-grandma, and my recipe cards, and we're putting all of the recipe cards that go with the video or with the recipes in there.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I'm super excited. And it's going to probably be close to 700 pages now. So we're gonna put in the story of how we wrote the book and how it came about, and things that we kind of about Oprah Collin and Dr. Phil Collin, and our big debacle with September 11th that almost could have been really bad. That we're putting all those in there. So we're not just reprinting it; we're really adding a lot. But what happened is, because it's 20 years old, the program that the book was in is no longer working, and so we're having to start really from scratch,
redoing all the rest. Oh my Lord!
Yeah, it has been a big pain in the patootie. We have been working on it since before Christmas we started. Yeah.
Goodness.
So then we're also having another. We haven't named it yet, but a second Dining on a Dime cookbook of unnamed yet, but with all new recipes. And we were trying to get that done for Christmas. I don't think it's going to happen. So probably early next year for Mother's Day, hopefully we'll have that done too.
I thought we figured it would be dining on a quarter.
Well, we're trying to decide. Dining on a quarter is pretty good, actually.
Where was it? Up here, B-Lady. It said, Tara, everyone is looking for your clown bag. You never told us what type it was.
What was it? I threw it in the trash. It went, let's see. It may still be out in the trash there. It was Ferocious or something like that, I think is what it was called. I can't remember. I got it at a thrift store for like $1 or something, and I can't remember what it was called. I'll go see if I can dig it out of the trash before it comes and get the name of it for you.
Okay, and I put the phone line up on the screen. Put the phone number up on the screen if anybody wants to call in and
put her on the spot
and say hello or ask Tawra a question about her upcoming soap store, or
Bee Lady, did I see how she packed? What? What am I missing?
So when I went to Michigan to look at the blueberry farm last week,
gotcha.
I didn't want to have to pay for a bag or a carry-on. So what I did was I put everything in my personal item. I put all my clothes, a complete TV studio full computer, iPad, tripods, chargers, everything in there, my reading material, all my makeup, all my medicine, everything in this one carry-on that went under my seat. I was proud of myself. I did good. Yeah, I had a nightmare flight on Frontier. I don't know if I'm ever going on Frontier again. I was just, it was horrible. Yeah. Giving me nightmares. I'm sure I should sue them for something.
oh, well, Frontier used to be called something else.
I don't remember.
You did?
Yes. Yeah, they used to be called something else.
Oh, I didn't know that, huh? Interesting.
Call in.
So nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently
put
not.
On the spot.
They're just used to hearing me rattle on as it is, I guess.
And I don't think
Diana.
And she hasn't slapped the table once yet.
She hasn't done that lately.
I try to stay calm on other people's channels. On mine, I tell you, I had the people coming after me this weekend, and I was trying to keep myself under control tonight because I got a few videos up my sleeve. I'm like, all right, you people, get it together. Oh, man.
Tara took Mary Poppins' personal item on the plane.
Yeah, I did. I totally did, yep. So.
No, Brenda. And you're not ordering that in October either.
Possum tail pizza.
Yeah.
Well, if it's in the cookbook, I'm sure it's good.
I don't think it's in the cookbook. I'm fairly positive it's not in the cookbook. Yeah.
It might be in Stacey Harris's cookbook.
Oh, yeah, it probably would be. No, Brenda. No possum anything. You're not cooking.
That's like Big Bear kept trying to get us to do beaver, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't eat and wear my food.
Yeah. Oh Lord, let's not go there again, Judy. No, let's not even go there. I want to breathe through this one.
Thanks, country girl. Yeah, we're on Pinterest. We never promote it very much, but we have a pretty large Pinterest page with, I don't know, 130,000 people or something, maybe. But we never promote it much. Mick wants to know how the prairie dogs are, Bandana. Well, they're scared and they're in their holes right now because we're actually having stuff falling out of the air right now. People say it's called rain, but man, I don't know. I wish I would have fertilized today because, man.
Hello, this is Daryl. Who's calling, please?
This is Donna Choco. I was calling in to speak to Tara if possible.
Okay, Tara, can you hear her okay?
You might have to tell me. I can hear her, but not very well, so you may have to tell me what she said.
Hey, Tara, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. Hi, who is this?
This is Donna Kelso, the lady that sent you the Morton salt cups.
Thank you. Oh, it's so good to talk to you. I was just using that cup today. It's my new favorite tea mug. I love them.
When I saw those, I said, I've got to get them for her because she hollered, the world needs more salt, so I've got to get them. But I just wanted you to know that I love your show. I love all that y'all do, and I love the other people also. And y'all just keep on doing what you're doing and helping everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate your encouragement. There's days where I'm just like, why in the world am I doing this? And then I get somebody like you, and I'm glad I do. Keep going, because you guys make it worth it. Thank you so much. Yes, your mugs are my new favorite tea mugs, so I think of you every time I use them.
Now, you know you've never slapped that table, Tara.
You guys want me to slap the table and get it together, people?
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, y'all keep it real and you keep it good, and God bless you all, and y'all have a good rest of your evening.
You too. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good night. Bye. That's funny. Yeah, bandanas. Yours is my favorite tea mug too. I have a couple that I just got, and I'm loving them because Bandana Grandma gave me hers. I've been rotating between Bandana Grandma's and Donna's because I love them both.
I have to special order my coffee mugs. Yeah, Mary, we were coming this afternoon, coming home from Columbus, and on 71 it was so hard. I think Daryl went down to like 20 miles an hour. It was, and you could see the rain, what, half mile up in front of us?
Oh, yeah.
And as we're going, it was raining on the opposite side of the highway.
Yeah, the other two lanes.
It was not raining on our side of the highway.
Yeah, it didn't even have the wipers on.
It was the weirdest thing. It was odd.
We drove for a half a mile right alongside the rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've had that happen where it was raining in the front yard, and it was sunny and not raining in the backyard.
Yes, it was weird.
Jack still remembers it to this day. He always says, "Mom, remember when it was raining in the front yard and not in the backyard?"
Okay, eating out.
Oh, I have no idea, Brenda. I guess we all need to figure out what we're doing. We haven't even gone that far.
Yeah, Tara, do you have any meetups or get-togethers you're going to be attending here yet this year, or any other?
We have one Saturday that we're probably going to be seeing. Guy's name is Eric. He has 7 children.
Are they going to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're supposed to be.
So you guys are going up to the Hootenanny?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're leaving. Thursday morning. Picking up the grand girls are coming here, and then the 4 of us are going Thursday, and they'll have 2 days to play, and then the Hootenanny is Saturday, and then we'll come home Sunday sometime. Then 2 weeks after that, we're going to Missouri.
Oh wow! Oh, for Doug and Stacy's?
Yes, Doug and Stacy's. Yeah.
I think I'm not going to be. I think that's the end of my meetups for this year, probably. We really wanted to come to the Hootenanny, but it would take us 4 days driving round trip, and we've been taking off a lot of work for just different stuff this year. And we have got to get this book to the print. If we don't get this book to the printer by September 1st, it's not going to be done in time for Christmas. Mm-hmm. So we're just, I don't know, we're really sad because we want to come see everybody. We're like, all our friends are going to be there. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Out of Goshen's going to make it to the Homesteaders of America in October.
Yeah, they may not. I don't know. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it's going to be awfully close.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be very close.
You mean for that bump?
For the bump.
For the bump?
Mm-hmm. For the bump. Yeah. Yeah, we're
Jeremy, you might want to explain some things to Daryl there.
I would think he would know.
My youngest was a bump, 45 years ago?
Not quite 45 yet. She's younger than Kara. She's only 44.
Well, that's why I said she was a bump. She was a bump 45 years ago.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Amy, it totally puts a different perspective on things. I forget who said it last year in Michigan. When you see somebody in 3D, I mean, you can hug them. Yeah. And if Maria's still on here, we're going to hopefully get to do that in October. We got to meet the bee lady A Prairie. We met her. Brenda Duncan, we met them. So I think that's great.
Yeah, if there's anybody in the chat here can make it to the Hootenanny, we will be there.
Yeah. In Michigan, Somerset. Let's do that other trivia.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yes, Country Girl's coming in October too.
Yeah, we're probably not going to be able to go in October, unfortunately, because Jack has his fall break, but it's the week after that, and it's like a 3-day drive for us. So, unfortunately.
Okay, go over the rules very quickly. You can only win once every 4 weeks. Must be the first person to answer the question correctly in the chat window as it is received and recorded on the stream here. That chat is embedded in the screen in front of you so everybody can see it. That is the official order. The order of chat on your computer may be different. That's a YouTube thing. If you are the winner, you must send us an email with your address within 48 hours so we can send you a $2 bill or whatever else somebody's giving away. I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to call it a $2 bill for now. If there's a change, we will let you know. Question number 2 is, what soap was specifically made for 2018 Father's Day?
You like that one?
I'm like, I don't know. What is
There we go. Bandana.
Oh,
Bandana? Look what you get in the mail.
Well, let me bring you up. Bandana was the winner.
Everyone knows. Look at that. Pine tree. It was not a pine tree. Rusty, what are we going to do with you? She made gun soaps.
Funny. Yeah.
In your choice of caliber.
Mick will love it.
I have no idea.
And
I don't know.
Bandana, I already have your address, so there we go. Yep. And these are still on her Etsy store.
Yeah.
These
I ended up making, I accidentally made a triple batch and I didn't mean to. And so I ended up with a whole bunch of them, so I still have a few left.
Yeah, I said you should have made some like pink ones. That would have been great for Mother's Day. I thought so.
Yeah.
That would have been a great Mother's Day.
I made some for Christmas, but I didn't get them done in time for Mother's Day. So I'm going to try. My list of soaps is getting longer and longer, and Christmas is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I got to get moving.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you got quite a bit going there, too.
Well, I know you have to leave the soap sit for almost a month, don't you, before you can ship them?
Yeah. It takes about 4 weeks to cure. So really, I need to be working on my fall soaps right now. So Bandana Grandma, I should make some and send them to you or Sherry, and you guys could put them at your table. And
yeah, I bet you they would have sold this Saturday in Michigan.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because I asked Tommy if they were coming with their camper, and they go, they're taking a train.
Yeah.
So that surprised me.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah. That would be cool. It'd be nice to see them again.
So
I know. Man, I wanted to go so bad, but...
So how do you determine how much to make? I mean, are you just arbitrarily throwing numbers together, and then if you have stuff left over, you make a special sale, or?
Pretty much.
I mean, you have quite a lead time.
Surplus.
Yeah, pretty much. So what I do is, like, I kind of, honestly, I don't keep any records of that kind of thing. So what
You've been in business how long? You've been in business how long?
I know. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. I need a personal assistant to just keep me organized because I just cannot get myself organized. But anyway, what I do is, like, my 2.5 pound mold. When I started selling out a bit quicker, then I went to the 5-pound mold. Then when I started selling out of the 5-pound, I did 2 5-pounds. Then when I started selling out of that, then I did 4. So yeah, I pretty much just take a guess, and yeah, that's about the way I do it. So like with my gun soaps, I accidentally tripled the batch because something happened. I can't remember. Something happened, and I realized that I thought I was making 3 soaps, and I poured it all in together accidentally. And so I tripled it, and I didn't realize it. And then I'm like, oh man! Thankfully, I had all the guns pre-made because I pre-make the embeds, was what the decorations on top were called, and I had all the guns made. And thankfully, it used up all my guns, so I was really happy about that. But yeah.
So, share with us what has been your biggest catastrophe with making soap.
My biggest catastrophe?
I'm sure you
had
one.
I have a catastrophe almost every time I make soap. But my biggest one is, okay, my biggest one was, let's see if I can get the link here for you. I made, let's see, I made lavender soap, and I made it in the crock pot hot process method. I think it was the first time, or was it the first? I think it was the first time I ever made it. And I went and didn't realize that it would go so quickly. And it went up and out of my crock pot, all over my counter. Then I tried to save it, and so then I had it all over my stove. And then it was on the floor. It was a mess. It was a huge, huge mess. And yeah, so that was probably my biggest one. I literally had it all over the kitchen. It was crazy.
Well, she was really cleaning up with that one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 24/7 with 24/7 with that. Well, what about was it last month, 2 months ago? She was doing one of the soaps, and it's like she turned around and she had a volcano.
Yeah.
Right there on her counter. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, here, I just found the video. I'll share. Let's see. I don't know if I'm a moderator on your channel or not, but I have the link for it. It went crazy. It was funny. I named it Soap Exploded because it exploded. It did explode everywhere. Let's see. I don't know if that'll work. Oh no, I'm not. I don't think I'm a moderator.
Well, type something in here once. We'll make you a moderator real quick here.
Okay, hold on. There. Okay, there I am. Yeah, go back and watch that one. That was. Oh yeah, I caught the stove on fire once too. That's right, Indiana. I totally forgot about that.
Okay, Tara, you should be good to put your link up there.
Okay.
Okay. We are reconnected. We have lost Tara for right now.
How can we lose Tara?
So I'm waiting to see if she calls back. I suppose I could call her. She probably. What is going on here?
Probably. She's probably still talking, wonder why we're not answering. There she is.
There you are.
The wonders of computers.
Whoops, hold on. I forgot my earpiece. What?
I said the wonders of computers.
See, my soap even exploded your show.
Just talking about it. Cleaned it right up. Oh, Lord, Mary. Wasn't that hysterical? The great toilet paper experiment. Mike's poor arm.
That's funny. I think that's what I'm going to be known for in infamy.
Oh, Lord, that was unreal.
Okay, and we have her back.
Oh, yeah, Diane, I agree. The toilet paper was, that is, has to be one of the best. Yeah. Can you imagine going to all the stores? Gosh.
Actually, I got all of that in one store.
And the thought process of how to put it all together in a show.
Okay, so,
how do you know?
Can you picture the cashier at this store she went to? Here comes this lady with this shopping cart full of every different brand of toilet paper.
Yeah, Diana, an I Love Lucy episode. You got it right. Yeah, but Mary, the best part was, how does she know that it only takes 4 squares of toilet paper?
Because I tested every one.
Do you give some to the family when they come out? Go, did that work? Did your finger go through it? Mm-hmm. Oh, that must have been one heck of...
Yeah, so what we did was I tested every single one to see how many sheets per wipe you would need. And then if we had a breakthrough, then the next time I would use the same one until we didn't have breakthrough.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep.
And poor Mike was the recipient.
Yeah, he was the guinea pig.
Well, he had no idea what I was going to do either.
Yeah, Diane, I like that. Can you spare a square? Ma, I need another square or 2, please.
You could do a revised edition on that with the same brands and say, depending upon how you hold them, you can have a better method for holding the.
And this is how Daryl's mind goes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
No. Oh, you should have been in our live stream, and I don't remember who. Oh, it was Grizz. We had Grizz 270 on that night. Grizz and his wife, and Biddy Boo Brown called in. Thank you very much, Judy, and started talking about oysters.
Oh, the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah.
And the Testy Festy. She had me laughing so hard I couldn't catch my breath. Literally could not catch my breath. Oh.
Bee lady, that's okay. If I step in it, I know somebody that's got lots of squares.
Would you believe we're actually out of all the toilet paper that we tested? We really are, yeah. And the kids refused to use the Scott. I tried putting it in the kids' bathroom, and they were like, "We are not using this, Mom."
Hey, Charles, welcome to the Looney Tune live stream.
Hi.
I thought, Brenda, I know she did the toilet paper one. Then the next one was the toweling paper. And I thought, did you have Kleenexes set up to do?
Well, I was going to do them, but then my paper, nobody liked the paper towel, and so I was like, well, I won't keep going, so.
Well, how could you top the toilet paper one?
Oh, I know. That's true. Yeah.
And then... go ahead.
I was just going to say, I guess I could make some slime or catch us when we've got a cold, and we could do the tissue one on that one.
Oh, you did the slime with the paper towels. Because it went everywhere, remember?
Well, it wasn't slimy, it was just water.
Was it pudding or Jell-O?
It was, okay, so that was actually yogurt that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mixed yogurt with salsa.
That's right. And it went flying and got on the computer.
Yeah.
Mike had his little rain jacket on.
Yep. So, bee lady. So, in my research, plumbers will tell you this time and time again, but in my research, actually, all of the toilet papers are fine for septic systems. Now, I have lived on, let's see, how many septic systems have I had? Two. I've had two or three different houses with septic systems. And I've used Charmin, and I have never had an issue. Even with 6 people in our house, never had an issue. So that's the story on that. I know that plumbers say all the time that Charmin doesn't break down as easily as Scott tissue, but that's not true. It actually does.
You know, she could do another episode on if you use too much, which one plunges the best.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll let Mike do that one.
Yeah. Yeah, can you see Daryl, Mike, and Tommy?
Oh my goodness.
Leave them alone with them do the live stream. That would be interesting. We may not have channels once they're done.
See, but Grandma Rose says she stopped hers up with three ply.
Where's their 3-ply toilet paper?
Wow, I didn't see that one on the shelf.
That sounds like some sort of custom job where you could buy a single ply and a dual ply and have to put them together. Get the rolls up here and get a drill out. And
Boy.
Yeah, I still think, I don't know, my toilet paper that I got you, Sherry, that I demonstrated at Deep South's gathering, I think that's the best one of all.
I've seen that at various spots around town, and every time I do see that, I think of you. Thank you very much.
What's surprising is that actually worked really well, didn't it? I was surprised how well it worked.
That one had to irritate the arm.
It really didn't. It was actually pretty soft, believe it or not. Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
Oh, Joseph is falling asleep. Well, pinch him. Tell him to wake up.
That's funny.
It's only 8 o'clock where you are. Shouldn't be asleep by now. Did you work him too hard? Well, that's right. I think wasn't Joseph the one, Rusty, that was watering your grass today? Well, yeah, you two gluing an extra ply together just to test it.
Yeah, Tommy and Mike would do that.
Uh-huh.
I could see it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, my grandma has had a septic system for 35 years now. The same septic system, everything. And they've had the same one. And all she uses is Charmin. And she's never, I think they've had it pumped. In 35 years, I think they've had their septic system pumped twice.
We've never had, I don't know if you did before I got there, but in the 20 years that we've had septic systems, we've never had an issue.
Well, I had this one pumped.
Yeah, but not, I think that was right after we moved in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say you're supposed to have them pumped every 2 years or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, we have a septic system where we live here now, and about a year or so after we moved in, I had it pumped because I have no idea the history. So I just had it pumped out, but it's never given us any problem.
Yeah, the last house we moved into was in Kansas, and it was out in the country, and it had rained a lot, and we couldn't get the septic system inspected before we closed. And we were homeless at that point because we had closed our other house and had come to Colorado for our vacation while we were waiting for the house to close. And we get there, And 3 days in, we have water flooding our house. And we're like,
Whoa.
What is going on? Come to find out, there was no septic system.
Oh, my.
The guy had a hole in the ground that was under, he had built the garage on top of it. There was no leach field, no pond, nothing. And it all came backing up into the house. That was real fun. So yeah, I'm paranoid about septic systems, but I've never had a problem with it. But well, except for that, but that wasn't our fault. So.
Well, that sounds like an opening for some sort of legal issues.
Well, we took them, so we should have sued them, but Mike didn't want to go to court because it was going to take all this, and I was like, I think we need to sue these people, but we did go and split it with them, which I wasn't real happy about, because at the time we weren't making very much money, but we ended up costing I think it was $12,000 to put it in, $12,000 or $15,000 to put it in, and we split it with them. But I was not a happy camper, let me tell you.
No doubt. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the grass is always greener over the septic tank. You know what's funny about that though? Is my grass would not grow over the septic tank, and I had to put in a garden because I couldn't get anything to grow.
Yeah, my mom always wanted us to put a garden in the other house. She wanted us to put a garden over where the leach bed was, because she said that'd be the best place. Mm-hmm.
Well, and at that house, we had these lines that were, let's see, we had like 8 lines that ran, well, the full acre. So I don't know how long an acre is. If you did like a square, I don't know how long that would be. But we had these huge lines that ran for the new system, and they literally dug up we had 2 acres, and they literally dug up 1 acre to put in these lines. And it was a mess. But that septic system worked. Amy's going to send me 3-ply.
That's too funny.
Funny.
Yeah, everything's good in moderation, but you can actually lightly spray the liquid out of your septic tank to green up your lawn like you would not believe.
I believe it.
I mean, you don't want to overdo it, but it's fertilizer. That's really what it is.
The neighbors probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Well, like I say, in moderation. You don't. They would never know. In moderation.
Ugh. I'll pass on that one.
Isn't that where isn't our garden over the?
It's over the leach bed.
Over the leach bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, tomorrow morning I need to go out and
and I'm sure that will raise all kinds of arguments that we have a garden over top of the leach bed, but it's not all over.
Yeah, but I don't think that should matter, because once it's gotten up to that point, it's been filtered through everything. So I wouldn't think there would be anything left.
No, if you had deep root vegetables, then there could perhaps be something. But no, for most vegetables are very shallow, and I see Grandma Rosa's Homestead just put in the word here, Milorganite. And for those of you that don't know what Milorganite is, it's a very popular fertilizer that is manufactured in Wisconsin, that is sold all over the country. But it's, I think it's Milwaukee's poop.
Oh, okay.
It's.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Milwaukee, and it's processed poop. Is really what it is. In little tiny nuggets that you spread out on your yard and your fertilizer thing, and it's a very good fertilizer.
So, the only problem I have with that is Mom lived in Japan in the 50s, and she always talks about how the rice and stuff was grown in that stuff. And she said it just stunk to high heaven. I don't know. I just can't get that out of my mind.
Well, again, and I agree. Too much of anything is not a good thing. But but in moderation, you're okay.
I'm sending him to Colorado for a few days. You know anybody there that might need him?
Yeah, this MET put in here. I don't understand why people get upset by human poop, but we will happily throw animal stuff all around. I mean, everybody.
That's true.
Yeah. You know, let's go to the farm and get some horse crap and throw it on our garden.
Yeah.
You know, well, hey.
B Lady posted something there for you, Daryl.
I can't believe they were pushing those compost totes.
Yep, that's what she was posting to you. Everything in moderation.
Yeah. Is there such a thing as too much strawberry cake? No, there's not. There's not, country girl.
Branscombe Farm says, I have so much rabbit poop.
You not drink buds anymore? B Lady, I've heard that. In fact, somebody, was it Doug and Stacy? Somebody was talking about that.
Oh, well, absolutely.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Doug and Stacy are proponents of human manure, I guess.
Well, see, I don't have a problem. Here's my thing. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I absolutely love compost. As a matter of fact, I went to school for greenhouse management and landscape design because I have always been a huge gardener. That's my big thing. I love gardening. And so I love compost, and I have no problem with the idea of composting your manure, but to put it on your food, I don't know. I just have these visions of rice fields and that kind of thing, and it just, I don't know.
A friend of mine, a prior coworker of mine, she has chickens, and that's what she puts in her garden. And she has some hellacious vegetables soup.
Oh, yeah.
I believe, I know. And I mean, I go and get I get manure from a farmer here, so I'm not like against it. It's just the human stuff just kind of, I don't know. I need to just get over it.
Yeah, Jason, if that's you, I don't know if it's Jason or Robin, but Jason, we're in the process of discussing human manure as far as a gardening enhancement.
Hello.
Chicken manure tea. No. I'm a teetotaler, but nah, I set my limits.
Here we go, MET, the circle of life.
No, that's going to be going through our head.
I know.
Well, Branscombe Farm, if I'm not mistaken, rabbit poop is, it's my understanding that's not a hot manure. You can mix it right in the ground, and you don't have to actually compost it before you use it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I just started composting. I don't even compost anymore. I just throw it all straight in the garden now.
What Daryl calls rice. Oh, the little maggots.
There we go.
Yeah, rabbit and goat is cold compost. And I don't know who would be calling me right now. So what
I want to know, Big Bear, is what about beaver poop? Can you put that straight into the garden? Mm-hmm.
Need to be cured first. Cured, is that like Tawra curing her soap?
Yeah, rabbit and goat poop does not need to be composted. It's not hot. Yeah.
There's no doubt you have jokes.
Now, human manure that should probably be composted. That'd be some hot crap.
Hey, there's Ellie. Say hi, Ellie.
Well, hi, Ellie.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
There's PJ.
What is up?
Yo.
On the streets?
Good heavens.
Peace on the street.
The whole family.
It's two family.
Yo.
Two family or
Two family.
We had two families.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, ignore the coffee in their hands. I can't believe they're my children going and getting paint. Oh, it was free? Oh. You both may have new jobs. Oh my goodness.
She realized she's only
Bee lady. Oh my goodness. Tara, aren't you concerned about attracting animals tossing food scraps into the garden? No, actually, I don't put like bread or anything, but all of the fruit and vegetables and all of my garden scraps, I just leave them right there in the garden and they just rot and I don't have any problems.
You're also in town, are you not?
Yeah, I am in town. Well, no, okay, no, but yes. So I'm in a suburb. I'm in a suburb of Colorado.
Yeah, you're in a populated area.
Yeah, but the just the houses on the other side of me, it's all farm fields on 3 sides of us. So we have one row of houses and then it's all farm fields. And so we actually do have critters coming in, like raccoons and some sort of weird, strange animal BJ saw one night. We think it was maybe a bobcat a few years ago. Yeah, and so we have critters that come in, but I just bury my stuff under my mulch, and then it breaks down, and it does great. So,
yeah, I think what she's talking about, and I certainly understand, it's almost an attraction for other wildlife that you wouldn't desire to come in and feed off your garden.
Yeah. No, I haven't had a problem with that, but, we have rabbits, and I don't know. I just haven't had a problem with it. But, we're not in the city, but we're not in the country. I don't know, Bandana Grandma. How do you explain it? It's like it's a housing development that's kind of sat down in a bunch of farm fields. So.
Well, it's probably very similar to what we live in. It's a plotted subdivision is what they call it here.
Yeah. Plotted, all right. I'd like to plot a few of them. Mm-hmm.
Chop and drop composting. I haven't heard of that one, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I chop it up and then I just throw it in my garden and leave it.
So, well, we've been on here for quite a while.
It's past her bedtime,
and Tara was very
yeah. And her eyes are open and everything, and we're doing pretty good here.
Yeah.
Hey, I can do a live show for 3 hours. That's no big deal.
That's what Jamie said. She missed yours, and here you are on this one.
Yeah. It's funny because Jamie was my viewer. Now she's my really good friend, but she just lives in the next town over from me. So it's really funny. She met me because of the soap. She saw my soap video. Yeah.
Well, we have yet to meet Going Batty yet. They're 2 hours from us, but we will get there yet. We'll get together.
Yeah, we haven't met them yet, and we're just dying to meet them. We would love to meet them.
Well, Daniel is my God. He's on here, and he's half an hour from us. We've met up a couple times.
Yes, yeah.
About half an hour.
At a place where they serve pancakes.
Pancakes must be.
Yeah. And I see that Jason is going to be going live here afterwards for anybody that's not sleeping.
Big Bear on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Here, Jason, put your link up here. We're giving you a wrench. Watch out, folks.
YouTube, okay. So, if anybody is wants to stay up late, Jason's going to be doing a live show here after a bit. And
Denise, what state are you in? I'm in a state of confusion.
State of confusion?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm there quite often. By the power of the Homestead, He-Man.
Tara, you have any last words you want to? Words of wisdom you want to leave with the people?
I just have to say, I think it's funny. We're talking about meeting everyone. My daughter, every time we go to meet Ellie, who you just saw, every time we go to meet somebody, or like when Dan and Grandma came to meet us in Pennsylvania, she was like, "Mom, what if they're axe murderers? You never know. What if they're axe murderers?"
Well, was she talking that way about us when we met you up at
Ellie, I don't look innocent enough?
Good heavens.
She was like, "Mom, you don't know if they're axe murderers." I said, "Ellie, they're really nice people. I'm sure it'll be okay."
Well,
she ended up loving you guys. So.
Well, you tell Ellie I was so scared of her I probably was carrying. She just didn't know it.
Yeah, that's probably true. The girls still talk about it. They still talk about it, and they have not used. They will refuse to use their soaps. Their little pie soaps.
That's
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, yay. Was it Patty that said she lost 10 pounds? Good going, girl. Good going. Just scroll off my screen. Oh, yeah, Patty. Good job. Yeah, so it's just funny because we keep meeting all these people and they're not axe murderers. So
yeah, that's true, Rusty. Yeah, you would have thought if we would have found an axe murderer or the machetes, Mississippi would have been the place to do that, you know? But
that's especially in those woods. We were all in the woods. Remember that?
Uh-huh. Just all there at Wanda and Danny's, and all of a sudden a white car comes up the driveway, and people are looking like, "Who's that?" Daryl was the first one who said, even before he got out of the car, he said that was Doug. No, it's not Doug. Yeah, it was.
I did not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wanda didn't believe. Yeah, Wanda didn't believe Daryl that it was Doug.
I didn't either. I thought he was pulling our legs.
Mm-hmm.
Someday you folks will just believe me.
Is that time coming soon, or?
It takes longer for some people than others.
21 years and counting, folks.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, we got in the car and lived to tell about it, didn't we? That's funny.
All right.
We were bumming all kinds of rides on that poor trip because we were over there and we were like, what are we gonna do for our car?
Yeah, because the van was stuffed. We couldn't take you from the hotel over there. We could have fit in. We're lucky Dana fit into it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're right. Guns we have, axes we don't.
Yeah.
You just don't know about it.
Yeah, that's why we...
All right. Folks, thank you all for being here tonight. Tara, special thank you to you. That's right.
You're welcome.
Extra hugs.
Bandana. Oh, he retracted that one.
What did she say about me now?
Nothing. It wasn't spelled right. She caught it.
Hey, I warned her when we went up that mountain road. I said, "Are you afraid of heights?" She's like, "No, I can do it." I can remember.
We got people dropping.
I think I was 16, and we were out in California, and my sister and her first husband driving up Big Bear or something, and there was like the road, and there was a cliff. You know, it was like this. My mother's nails were in the dashboard. No, I'm not worried.
I'm sorry, but we've been on for an hour and a half, and it was kind of a last-minute thing with Tara, and she was just gracious enough to jump on here with us. But it sure is good to see you.
We even brought you up, Grizz. We talked about that night we had you on.
Yeah, you've been talked about.
Yes, you've been talked about. It's the
Thank you guys so much for having
Thank you
me.
so
I
much.
love you guys. We need to do this more often.
I still think that idea I have, Daryl has to figure out how to do it. I think that would be a riot.
All right, we'll have to discuss this offline.
Yes, we would.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Bye, guys.
We will
Bye.
see you tomorrow night. I have the class if you're interested, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.